And Pakistan has once again exposed the links that they have with the Taliban. Pakistan's Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid has claimed on a television show that Pakistan is the custodian of Taliban terrorists. He says that they were given shelter and were also educated in Pakistan. He says that Pakistan has done everything for the Taliban.
और ये जितने नौजवान यहाँ मुहाजिरों में पढ़ते रहे, कई बड़ी माजरत के साथ मैं अब वज़ीर दाखिला हूँ, रेलवे में होता तो शायद और ज़्यादा बातें कर सकता था। मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। कई ये तालिबान लीडर जो टॉप हैं वो पैदा पाकिस्तान में हुए, पढ़े पाकिस्तान में। इसमें तो पाकिस्तान की खिदमात हैं कि इनको हमने तालीम दी और अब भी कई पढ़ रहे होंगे। और ये जितने नौजवान यहाँ मुहाजिरों में पढ़ते रहे, कई बड़ी माजरत के साथ मैं अब वज़ीर दाखिला हूँ, रेलवे में होता तो शायद और ज़्यादा बातें कर सकता था। मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। कई ये तालिबान लीडर जो टॉप हैं वो पैदा पाकिस्तान में हुए, पढ़े पाकिस्तान में। इसमें तो पाकिस्तान की खिदमात हैं कि इनको हमने तालीम दी और अब भी कई पढ़ रहे होंगे।
Well, Gursimran now joins me live for more on this. Gursimran, good morning. To begin with, give us more details of where this, confirmation and admission from Pakistan came in.
See, this is an explosive admission by the Interior Minister of Pakistan, Sheikh Rashid, wherein he is seen admitting that many of the top leadership of Taliban hails from Pakistan. They have studied here. They have Pakistan has been feeding Taliban for years, and he has somewhat tried to prove his loyalty of the government towards the Taliban, because they know that Taliban has now got the regime in Afghanistan and they want to take an advantage of this, and for the same they are trying to please the Taliban leadership, and that's why these kind of statements are coming from him. We have seen time and again that how Pakistan has always abetted and sponsored Taliban. Even they have sent their trained terrorists to help the Taliban to regain, to get into power in Afghanistan. And apart from this, this is not for the first time. Earlier we have also seen Sheikh Rashid coming on camera and saying that these Talibans, they have their families back in Pakistan, and whenever they die during war that was going on between the Taliban and the US forces before the withdrawal of US forces and Taliban taking over the regime in Afghanistan, the bodies used to come here and the families live here. They are treated at the local hospitals. So this is all in all a biggest expose and biggest explosive admission by Pakistani side on camera that they how they have always been a supporter of terrorism, how they have always backed Taliban to get into powers in Afghanistan. But the way they have been snubbed by Taliban yesterday about the border fencing near the Durand line, that is something that has now shattered Pakistan, and they are now again into proving their loyalty towards Taliban, and that's why these kind of statements are coming from Sheikh Rashid, who is the Interior Minister and is known for his pro-Taliban comments all the time.
Gursimran, interestingly, it also comes at the back of a leaked conversation that has come out between Joe Biden. All right, I'm going to come back to you, Gursimran. Major Gaurav Arya now on the phone line with me. Major Arya, good morning. Major Arya, this admission that comes from Pakistan today comes at a time, when there is a leaked phone call that has come out between Ashraf Ghani and the US President Joe Biden, where it seems that Joe Biden ignored, Ghani's warnings that the Taliban were being actively supported by Pakistan. What do you make of the confirmation that we have coming in today?
See, this is old news. First of all, this is not news, or this is not something that we know today. Pakistan has traditionally been supporting the Taliban. Pakistan has traditionally, all the people have lived there in Pakistan, the Taliban. Zaif, who was their ambassador, was imprisoned in Pakistan. Mullah Baradar was imprisoned in Pakistan for 8 years, so this is nothing new. And as far as Pakistan supporting the Taliban, that is also not new. So if Joe Biden, if somebody says that Joe Biden did not know, American intelligence agencies have been telling successive presidents that Pakistan is responsible. And they have chosen to turn the other eye. You see, chosen to turn a blind eye towards Pakistan shenanigans in Afghanistan. So this is something that is, Sheikh Rashid is saying nothing new. This is on record. What he's saying is on record.
But what do you make of the timing, Major Arya? Because, you know, there have been reports that seem to suggest that the Taliban is now trying to, you know, distance itself from the Pakistan government. Is that something that's realistically even possible?
It's absolutely possible. You see, this is a marriage of convenience. There was a time when Taliban was in the back pocket of the Pakistan army and the Pakistani deep state. Today, Taliban needs money and Pakistan cannot give money. Who can give money? It is India, it is China, it is countries like that. So what they are trying to do is, and what Pakistan is trying to do, you know why Sheikh Rashid has made this statement? He's trying to remind the Taliban that when you were not in power, you were dependent upon us and we did you a lot of favors by allowing you to settle in Pakistan. That is what Sheikh Rashid is trying to, in fact, remind the Taliban. The fact of the matter is, this whole thing about Taliban being in the back pocket of the Pakistani armed forces or the Pakistani deep state, I think is a little overstated. Yes, Pakistan has influence over the Taliban, but also the fact, let us remember, that to run a government, to run a nation needs money. It does not simply, that you have our good wishes. Good wishes don't run nations. Today, the Taliban, ATMs are shut, the banks are shut, people are hungry. The Taliban does not have fuel to run its own tanks. You know, the equipment and everything, those tanks that America left behind, Taliban does not have fuel. Now, who's going to provide all this? That is why they reached out to India. That is why Stanek Zai reached out to Deepak Mittal, our ambassador there, and he said that, please start investing in Afghanistan. There is a desperation here also. Pakistan cannot give money, and today what the Taliban requires is money. It is distancing itself from Pakistan because Pakistan clearly is the loser in all this, and nobody wants to be associated with the loser.